This conference will now be recorded.
So today we'll be commencing with this data tab. So in the data tab, first I'll be telling you about the sort command. So we have sort command. Sort command arranges the column value in ascending or in descending order. I want my database. I have a database. In that, if you want date to be sorted in ascending order, or if you want name wise to be sorted in ascending order, already you have come across the sort option under home tab. Here you have sort. So again, under data tab also you have sort. Sort will arrange the column value in ascending or in descending order. So I'll click on this ascending order. See, names are sorted in ascending order. If you want it in descending order, you can click on this descending order. So names are now sorted in descending order, that is from Z to A. So ascending order, it is sorting the records from A to Z. So this is my database. I want my column value to be arranged in ascending or in descending order. Then I go for this sort command. Any doubts in sort command? Okay. Next. Next you have filter. So filter means I have n number of records in my database. I have a number of records in my database. I don't want to view all the records. I want to view records based on my criteria. If I want to view the records based on my criteria, so I can go for this filter. Filter, already you have come across this under home tab. Under home tab, you have filter option here. Again, this filter option is available even in data tab. Now what I'll do, this is my database. I'll just be in the first cell, okay, which is having heading. Okay, so I'll just be in the first cell. I'll go for this filter. You have a shortcut key, Control Shift and L is for your filter. Once you click on this filter, you're going to get the pop down. What I can do is, if I want to filter in place of the salesperson, I'll click here. You can remove this select all. If I want to see the details of only John, select John. Only John's details are visible. Other records are hidden. That is the drawback. Okay. Again, if you want to view all the records, I can click here, select all. Click on OK. All the records are visible. Again, click here. You have text filters. So many text filters are there. If I click on this equals, I'll select Tim. It will show you the details of only Tim. Other records are hidden. Again, click here. Text filter does not equal to. I don't want to display Tim record. Other than Tim, I want other records to be viewed or seen. So what I'll do, I'll click on OK. Other than Tim, other records are displayed. I cannot go to region and select Tim record again. Where I have filtered, I should click on that column itself to remove filter or to change the filter. Again, you can click here, text filter beginning with. So I want to display salesperson name beginning with J. If I click on OK, only John records are displayed. Or if you have any other salesperson with name commencing with J, only those records will be visible. Again, click here, text filter ending with alphabet M. If I click on OK, so name which is ending with M, only that will be displayed. Again, you can click here, text filter contains. Text filter contains. So I'll just add 2 more records. Now again, I'll go here, text filter contains M minute. So contains M minute. M can be in the beginning, middle or in the end. Now if I click on OK, see, it will show you Tim, M is present, Smith, M is present. M can be either in the beginning, middle or in the end. Again, if you want to remove the filter, you can click here, select all. All the records are visible. I don't want to have any criteria. If I want to remove this filter, again click on this filter option. Any doubts? Slicer, you can visually see. This is pop down. Pop down is not there in that slicer, right? Okay. Any doubts in this filter? No doubts? Okay. Similarly, I can go for even sales amount. Click on this filter. You can select here. Greater than. You can try this. Equals, not equals, you know. Now I'll go for greater than. Greater than 950. So sales amount greater than 950. Greater than means it will not take 950 into consideration. It will take above 950. It will take above 950. It will show you the values, sales amount value above 950. If you select greater than or equal to 950, if you have a sales amount with 950, even that record will be displayed. I'll click on OK. Even one who is sales amount is 950, even that record will be displayed. Similarly, you can try with less than, equal to. You can try it out. So if you want to remove this filter, you can click here, select all the records. If you want to remove this, click on it once more. So filter is used to display records based on your criteria, and other records are hidden. So no doubts with this filter option. Everyone are clear with this filter? Yes or no? Okay. Next we'll go on for advanced filter. So in case of advanced filter, you can see your original data. You can set the condition in a new location. Based on your condition, records will be displayed in a new location. Okay. So you can see the original data as well as based on the criteria set. Only based on my criteria set, records has to be displayed in a new location. Then you can go for advanced filter. Since you have a drawback in case of filter, if you select based on your criteria, all records are, other records are hidden. But in case of advanced filter, I can view my original data as well as if you want to set some criteria. Based on that criteria only, records has to be displayed in a new location. Then you can go for this advanced filter. So what I'll do here is I want to display records of only John. So first here you need to type the heading. Okay. So my heading is, that is my field. My field, I have date, salesperson, region and sales amount. I will type here as salesperson. I'll type salesperson. I want to display only John record. Either you can type J, only J you can type, or you can type John. I'll just type J. Now my database. My database commences from A1 to D11. So this is my database. Okay. For this database, I am giving a condition. Okay. Now what you are doing? You are going to data tab. You click on this advanced. Here you can go for, you should click on this copy to another location. Only then copy to option will become active. Now it is inactive. I'll click on this copy to another location. Now you can see criteria range. Below that copy to option, that box is now active. Now in this dialog box, first thing you are selecting copy to another location. Here it is showing you the list range. My database is commencing from A1 to D11 and my condition is present in A column 13 and 14th row. That is my field name and my condition is my salesperson name commencing with J. Only that record has to be displayed. Now based on the condition, I want my records to be visible from a new cell. That new cell, I will mention it here. That is from A15. Now if I click on OK, see, you are able to view your original records as well as based on your criteria, records are displayed in a new location. Both are visible. Original data as well as based on your criteria also, records are visible. Any doubts? Any doubts you have? No doubts? Okay. So this is my database. I want to see the details of only South region. I'll type the heading here, region. Here I'll type South. So the field as well as the record what you wanted to search, both spellings should be same. I'm selecting my database, that is from A1 to D11. First, you should select your database where you have given the condition. So your condition is given in A13 and A14 cell. Okay. First, you have to set the condition in a new location. Then select your database. Go for data tab. You can go for advanced filter. In case of advanced filter, you will get, if you click on that, you will get this dialog box. Select this option. copy to another location. If you click on copy to another location, copy to option was inactive earlier. Now it has become active. My criteria range, that is my condition, is present in A13 and A14 cell. List ranges, the database what I have selected. Criteria ranges, where the condition has been given. Copy to, select a new cell from where my records has to be displayed based on the condition. My condition is region belongs to south. Only those records has to be shown below. Click on OK. See, now it is showing the records of only south. Any doubts? No doubts? Okay. I'll show you one more condition also. I'll type sales amount greater than 950. Sales amount greater than 950. This is my condition. Now select your database. Click on advanced. Click on copy to another location. My criteria is A13 and A14 cell. I want to display this record in a new location based on my criteria from A15 or A16 cell. Click on OK. Now it is showing you based on your sales amount. It is not showing you 950 amount. If you would have given greater than equal to 950, then it would have taken even that record. It would have fetched even that record. I'll show you again. Select the database. Click on this advanced. Click on copy to another location. Criteria ranges. These two cells, that is the field name and the condition. Based on this, I want the record to be displayed in this new location. Click on OK. See? Now it will show you even 950 record. If you give greater than equal to. If you give greater than, only that particular record will be displayed. Any doubts? Any doubts you have? Okay. So I have more than one record with the same details. I'll just copy paste the same thing here. Okay. Now I'll type here region, East. I want to display the records of only East region. Select the database, go to data, advanced, click on copy to another location. My criteria is I want to display details of only East region. Based on that criteria, record need to be displayed in a new cell. Now click on OK. See, you are able to see original record as well as based on your criteria, records are displayed in a new location. But you can see here, I have two records with the same details. Same details, twice it is present. I want that to be extracted only once. I want only unique values to be extracted. I don't want duplicate values to be displayed. It is showing you duplicate values. If you don't want duplicate values to be displayed, only unique values if you want to extract, then what you can do. Again, I am typing region, East. Now select your database, click on advanced, copy to another location. My criteria ranges. I want to display records of only East region from a new cell, that is from A17, but I don't wanted repeated values. In that case, you need to select this unique records only. If you select this, it will not show you duplicated values. It will show you only unique values. Click on OK. Now see, it has not repeated. Tim East 1900. The same record was present twice. Now, since you have selected unique records only, it has extracted only once. Any doubts? Any doubts you have? Okay.
No, ma'am.
So I've told you about sort. Sort means arranging the column value in ascending or in descending order. You have filter. Filter means based on my criteria, when you have a huge data, based on your condition, records has to be displayed. But there is a drawback when you go for filter. When you select based on your condition, all other records are hidden. So for that reason, you can make use of this advanced filter option, wherein you can view your original data, you can set the condition in a new location. Based on your condition, new records, based on your condition, records are visible in a new location. Okay. Now in this database, I have some duplicate records. If I don't want duplicate records to be visible, it has to be removed. Only unique values has to be retained. So in that case, what you're going to do is you can go for this remove duplicate option. So remove duplicate is going to remove the duplicate values. So remove duplicate, it's going to remove the repeated values present in your database. It will remove repeated values, only unique values will be retained. So what you have to do is either you can select the database or you can be in the first cell. You can select remove duplicate option. So you're going to get one dialog box. Click on OK. See, it has found two repeated values. It has removed that and only unique values are retained. Okay. See, it will show you earlier how many records were present. Whenever you select your database, in the status bar, you can see if your database, if it is having a numeric column, it will show you the total sum value, how many records are there, and what is the average of the selected database. Okay. For the sales amount column, it is showing you even the average. Okay. Do you have one more? You have one more database here. If it is holding repeated values, if you want that to be removed, say Alice, it is repeated. Okay. John Smith, even his record is repeated. Okay. Bob, even his record is repeated. If you want to remove the duplicated records, only unique values has to be retained, then go for remove duplicate. Click on OK. Select your database, remove duplicate, click on OK. No duplicate right now. There is no duplicate value. Why? Because employee ID is different. Did you notice that? If employee number, if it would have remained the same, I'll change this to 102. And here again, if I change this to 103, then it would have removed that. Because employee ID is different, it is not unique. So it did not remove the repeated values. Now, since I've changed with the same number, if I go for remove duplicate, it's going to remove two duplicate values and only unique values are retained. Any doubts? Okay. So I've told you about sort, I've told you about filter, I've told you about advanced filter. I've told you about uh, sort, filter, advanced filter. Everyone have tried it? Are you doing simultaneously or you have understood? Sort is nothing but you're arranging the column value in ascending or in descending order. Now see my name. It is not in ascending order. I want name to be sorted in ascending order. My name has to display from A to Z. So what I'll do? I'll go for this sort. Sort ascending order. See A to Z it will show you. If you want it in reverse order, you can go for this Z to A. Based on that, other records will get reflected. Any doubts? No doubts? Okay. Next you have flash fill. Flash fill. So it's again one of the feature in Excel. Okay. So you have some values or text in your column. You are mentioning the pattern. In which pattern you want your output to be displayed. So it's going to display the records in that pattern. Now here we'll take an example. I have first name, last name. I wanted full name. I want to have full name in this particular cell. You are going to type how it has to appear. Okay, you have first name and last name. In first column, A column, you have first name. In B column, you have last name. In C column, I have typed full name. So, how you wanted it to appear. So, John, you would like to have one space and then Smith. This is the format I wanted to get in this full name. First, you are mentioning in which pattern you wanted. Then you select the range. I have records only up to fifth row. Type the format in the cell or type the pattern in the cell. Select the range. Then you can go to data tab. You can click on this flash fill. I need not type for each and every cell. For one cell, if you have mentioned, automatically for the rest of the cells, it will apply it in the same pattern. Suppose if you want this in uppercase, okay, so what I'll do, I'll type John Smith in uppercase. I want the output to be displayed in this way. Select the range, flash fill. Now see, it is shown in uppercase. Now this is in sentence, this is in capitalize each and every word. Each and every word, first letter is in capital. If you want it in small letter, I'll type John Smith in small letter. Select the range. The shortcut key for flash fill is Control E. Select the range, press Control E. See, now it is shown in small letter. Or if you want to have a slash, instead of having a space, I would like to have a hyphen. Then select the range, Control E. Control is E is the shortcut key for flash fill. Control plus E is the shortcut key. Shortcut key for flash fill. Or if you want to display it in this pattern, you should mention the pattern. Then you can go to that cell, select the range, Control E. So it will show you in this pattern. Any doubts? Okay. Or you have some alphabets, you have a number, now if I want to extract only first three alphabets, you should mention the pattern from this cell what you wanted to extract. Either first three alphabets or only first three numbers or last three alphabets. So I want to extract only first three alphabets. Control D, no sorry, Control E. You will get only first three alphabets. If you type number, select the range, Control E, it will extract only numbers. If I want last three alphabets, type last three alphabets, select the range, Control E. Or you have some phone numbers, 10-digit phone number. I want to display it in this pattern. So I want to have a separator after 3 digits. Okay. Select the range. After typing the pattern in that cell, then select the range for which it has to apply, or select the range till where you have the numbers for which it has to apply this pattern. Then Control E is the shortcut key for flash fill. Any doubts? Any doubts? Okay. I've told you about flash fill. I want product code to be accepted only in numerical values. Okay, not in text. It should be only numeric value. And if you try to enter any other value based on condition specified, it has to pop up a error message. Okay, data validation means you are restricting the user not to accept any other value based on your condition specified. Okay, you are restricting the user not to accept any other value based on condition specified. If you try to insert any other value, it should pop up a error message. Now we are taking an example here for this product code. I have a heading here, product code. I want to give condition for my set of cells which is commencing from A2 to A6. So select the range. I want the restriction to be given only for A2 to A6 cell. I'll select the range from A2 to A6. I'll go for data tab, go for data validation. Click on data validation. Here you're going to get this dialog box. In this dialog box, you have settings, input message and error alert. First, I am going to settings. Under settings, I am selecting here allow whole number. I would like to accept only numeric columns in product code. So I'll go for whole number. My value has to commence from 101 to 1007. 107. Okay. I want to accept minimum value from 101 to 107. Okay. You have given the range. You can enter either in the cell 101, 107, 105, 103. In this range, you can accept the values only within this range. If you try to insert any text or any other values apart from this condition, it has to pop up an error message. So first in the settings, you're going to allow, you're selecting whole number, you're given the condition as whole number. So it will be within the range, whatever value that you mentioned here. Here I have mentioned minimum value as 101, maximum value as 107. I'm clicking on this input message title. I'll give it as product code. What message it has to display. Enter product code value between 101 and 107. If you enter any value other than this range, it has to pop up a error message. I'll go to error alert. Style is star. If you try to insert any other value, it has to show a error message. So here I've given the title as error invalid product code. See, under settings, I have selected whole number. If I select whole number, it will show you between what is the range. Then input message. When you are inputting or accepting the value from the user in that range, so it has to pop up a message. Enter product code value between 101 to 107. Then you can click on OK. So if you want to have even error alert, then go for error alert. Style, I would like to stop when you are inputting any other value based on the condition specified. So title is error messages, invalid product code. So I'll click on OK. Now you can see here it is showing you the title as product code. Messages, enter product code value between 101 and 107. If user tries to input the value 111, it will pop up a error message, invalid product code. Or if user tries to input any text, then also it will pop up a error message. Or if you try to insert any other value other than that range, it will show you. If not, you can enter the value within that range. I can type 105 first, then 103, then 109. However you wanted, you can accept. So 109, it will show you error message. Same number as well can be repeated. It can be repeated also. But if I come to the next cell, it is not showing you any error message. It is allowing the user to accept the value, either text or value. Anything can be typed. It is accepting. It is accepting. Any doubts you have? Are you people having any doubts? Now I want to extend my data validation. If I want to extend my data validation, earlier my data validation was only from A2 to A6. But here I have typed some other value and text. I want my validation to be extended from A2 cell to A11 cell. So you can select this range. You can go for data validation. Click on data validation again. Here it is showing you the selection contents. The selection contains some cells without data validation settings. Do you want to extend the data validation to these cells? So I would like to extend. I will be clicking on yes option. You will get the same data validation dialog box. You need to click on OK. Now my invalid data are present in this validation. I want to circle it. If I want to circle it, I'll go for this data validation. You can select circle invalid data. So these are my invalid data. It will be circled. If you don't want this circles, clear data, clear validation circles. Suppose you don't want to have any restriction for this column. User can input either text or values. I don't want to have any validation. I don't want to restrict to any, I don't want to restrict the user for anything entering in that column. If you want to remove the validation, go for data validation, select data validation. Here you have clear all button. Click on it, validation is removed. Now if user inserts anything, it's not going to show you any error message. Any doubts you have? Any doubts? Okay. Similarly, if I want to have some text, so I have designation column here. In the company, I have only manager, clerk, analyst, salesman. If user tries to input any other designation, it has to pop up a error message. We'll try with text column now. This is my heading, job. I'm giving the condition till this range. It can be more than this. I'm just restricting till here. Okay. I have typed the heading as job. Job is nothing but designation. I'm selecting the range from A2 cell to A6 cell. Now I'll go for data validation. Go for data validation. Go for settings. Now this is not numeric column. So in place of setting, you can go to allow, select the list. What are the list of designation you would like to have? So I would like to have only manager, clerk, analyst, salesman. Now I'll go for input message. Title is designation. Input message. Select the designation from the list. Error alert. Title is error. Invalid job or invalid designation or invalid data. Anything you can type it here. Now I'll click on OK. When you select list, you will get a pop down. If it is for text column, you're selecting list. In that case, you'll get a pop up here. So these are the list of designations. Okay. You can select any one amount for each and every cell. And here I'm showing title as designation, message. It has to pop you up. That is select the designation from the list. Okay. This is for only understanding purpose. There you can give. If you don't give that, system will show you some messages. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll just select the designation. If user tries to input, it will pop up a error message. Title is error, message is invalid job. So you can just get back. So same designation also can be repeated. Using fill hand, you can drag it. If I come to this cell, again, you have the restriction till here. So from here, there is no restriction. So here, if I type any values, also it will accept. Or if you type, it will accept. Now, if you want to extend your validation, if you don't want to extend validation, you need not extend. But I'm showing you that also. If you want to extend your validation, here you have entered some other text or values. Select the range from A2 cell to A9 cell. Go for data validation. It will ask you, do you want to extend your validation? Say yes. Click on OK. Now you go for circle invalid data. So these are my invalid data. It is not based on my condition. So if you want to remove this, clear validation circle. If you don't want to have any validation, if you don't want to restrict the user, then go for data validation, clear all. Okay. Any doubts? Any doubts in data validation? No doubts? No doubts, is it? Okay. Hello. 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 No doubt, is it? I'll proceed with the next topic. So you can try it out even for the date. Okay, you try for date. Next, we'll go on to consolidation. So consolidation means combining data from multiple sheets or range or workbook. Okay. Now you need to open a new workbook. You be in a new workbook. You open a new blank workbook. So in the first sheet, I have month and sales. Okay, I have month and sales for New York sales. This is related to New York. Next, I'll go for the next sheet. Here, in this sheet, have the details of Los Angeles. In the third sheet, I have the details for Chicago. Okay. In the first sheet, I have sales details, month and sales. Okay. In the month of January, February, March, what is my sales? Okay. For New York. In the second sheet, you have the details for same details, but it is for Los Angeles. Okay. In the third worksheet, in the same workbook, in different sheets, you have the sales details. I want combined details of this in sheet 4. Okay. In sheet 1, I have the details. This is sheet 1 details. In this new workbook, in sheet 1, this is the details of New York sales. In sheet 2, I have the details, same month and sales. There should not be any changes. It should be in the same order. Okay. Even in the third sheet, this is for Los Angeles. This is for Chicago sales. Okay. It should be in the same order. See, it is in A and B column. My heading is present in A and B column. That is third row. And my data is commencing in fourth to sixth row. See, like this. Clear? Now I'll go for the new sheet. In this new sheet, I want to get the total value. Okay, in sheet 1, we have month and sales. Okay, like this. Clear? Here I want to get the total sales. So what I'll do, select your database, go for data tab, you go for consolidate. You want to get the combined total sales value in the fourth sheet. Okay, so go for data tab. First select the database, go for data tab, consolidate. In this dialog box, function default, it has selected sum. Okay, now where is the data present in your worksheet? Okay, my data is present. Your book name is book 2. In book 2, you have the data in sheet 1. You can go for browse. You have not given any file name. I'll just save this file. I'll just save it on my desktop as sales details. Okay, I've saved it as sales details. Okay, in this file, in 3 different sheets, I have the same details of New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago. Okay, sales amount is different. I want to get the combined in sheet 4. So select these details, Go for consolidate. Default function, it has selected sum. You can select whichever function you wanted. I want to get the total sales, so I am selecting the function sum. And default also it is sum. Click on browse. Now you have saved your file on your desktop. On your desktop, you are selecting the file, that is sales details. This is the name of my file. First file you have selected. Now I have to select even the range. Okay. Select the range now. Okay. Now click on add. So your sales detail is added. Now again go for sheet 2. You are selecting. Go to browse. File name is sales details. Then you are selecting even the range. Then click on add. It is showing duplicate. Oh, sorry, I have done a mistake. So first what you're doing, go to browse, select the file name, sales detail. Now you're selecting in sheet 1, you're selecting the data. Click on add. Now again I'll click on browse. You're selecting the file name, sales detail. But now the data is present in sheet 2. Go to sheet 2, select the details. Select the database. Click on add. Now again you click on browse, select the name of the file. From that file in sheet 3 you have the details. You should select the same database. Now click on add. If you have the heading, I have the heading in the top row. Okay. If you want to have a link, click on create link. If you have any data on your left hand side, okay, left column also, you can select this. Create link means if I make changes in my sales value, either in sheet 1, 2 or 3, it should get reflected in the new sheet. Okay. Now I'll click on OK. I cannot create link to consolidation sheet. Just try once more. Okay, you can try it with the new work. You try it in three different workbooks. Okay, just copy this. So this is my workbook 1. I'll just save this as book 1 or sales 1. I'll just give it as sales 1 on my desktop. Again, in the next workbook, I'll open a new workbook. I'll save this as sales 2. Again, I'll open a new workbook. You can save it as Los Angeles. You can save it as Chicago and first sales, which one it was. You can mention those file names if you want. Okay. So I'll save this as sales 3. Now in the new workbook, you want to get the total value. Okay. You be in a new workbook. So be in a new workbook. Here you want to get the total value. So go for data, consolidate, browse. On your desktop, you have saved the file as sales 1. Select sales 1, click on OK. Now you need to select the content from sales 1 in your taskbar. See, this is your taskbar. In your taskbar, you go for the sales 1 file. Those files should not be closed. Select sales 1 file. Select the range of your data, that is from A3 to B6. Then click on OK. Click on add. Again click on browse. Now select sales 2. Sales 2 file. First you are selecting the name of the file. Then you have to go to the same file. Then select the range. Okay. Then you click on add. Again browse. Select sales 3. That is the name of the file. And then you are selecting the same workbook and you are selecting the data. Click on add. Now select top row, left column, create link. If I make any changes in any one of the workbook, it should get reflected in this consolidated workbook. Okay. Now click on OK. Now see, in that new workbook, you are going to get the total sales. And here you can see two pop down, two outlines. These are your outlines. If I click on one, if I click on two, see it is showing you the sales details of book 1, that is sales book 1, 2, 3 and total sales of January. Again like this. Okay. Instead of sales 1, sales 2, sales 3, you can change the name of your file as New York sales. Second book name is Los Angeles sales. Third book name is Chicago sales. Instead of sales 1, 2 and 3 name of the file, you could have given it as New York sales, Los Angeles sales and Chicago sales. Now, if you want to see all the three workbooks parallelly, see, I have three books, that is sales 1, 2, 3, and the new book in which you have got the total sales. Go to View tab, you click on Arrange All, select Vertical. Now it will show you this is the sales of sales 1, 2, and 3. In any one of the workbook, if I make any changes, it will get reflected in the consolidated file. See, if I change this to 8,000, see, you have made changes in sales 3 file. So automatically it has got reflected and your amount has got changed. So if I make any changes here in this workbook, so automatically it has got reflected. See here the changes has taken place. In any one of the book, if you make any changes, it will get reflected in the consolidated file. See, it has got changes. Any doubts you have? Okay. So we'll wind up today. We'll continue in the next class.